I typically heckle life and all of life's bullshit, you know? But this is something that I cannot make light of. And this is something that I can't keep being quiet about. I really need justice to be served on behalf of my son and myself. And I refuse to be silenced. I refuse that. I refuse to allow the world to show its ugly underbelly. And for me to not expose it. Trigger warning. Sexual abuse and domestic violence will be spoken about. This is a part 1. In July of 2020, my son was molested by his father's wife. I am gonna try my hardest to not cry or be overly emotional. I really need to tell the world my story because Dad is denying it, Grandma's denying it, Dad's mom. But you can't deny something you already admitted to. And that's what's making me take it to the world. It was investigated, and it was unfounded because there was not evidence. I saw it take place with my 2 eyes. I am his mother. So you mean to tell me if the paperwork says it didn't happen, then it didn't happen? This is the world that we're creating? If it ain't on the internet, if it ain't on TV, and if it ain't on a piece of paper, then poof, it never happened. I don't know what type of Houdini tyranny y'all got going on here, but it ends with my family. It ends with my family. My son deserves justice. I will not be quiet about this. Right now, I'm working. I do Uber. I do multiple little side hustles, as my followers know. But I have been contemplating and making excuses for posting this video for about a week now. And for me, this is a first step. I don't like to do this. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I usually heckle or make light of or find the funny and the silver lining in things, or I do my poetry pieces, or there's different ways. But for this requires direct communication. And I will get into it in my next video or videos. I don't know how many videos it's going to take for me to get it out, but I need to make sure that it is said in clarity. You know what I mean? I need to be pragmatic about how I'm delivering this information, because this will be taken to higher court if I continue to get the runaround that I am getting with the local officials. And there are good guys in those offices, and there are good women in those offices. Unfortunately, I've barely been able to meet them. They've barely been able to come across my son's case and actually serve justice. So I can tell that this is going to be the beginning of a very public and long journey, and I take it seriously. I'm not looking to gain anything other than justice by speaking to the public about this. Again, if the local officials were handling it, I would not be taking it to the public. If justice was being served and ears were being listened and feet were on the ground solving the problem head on, I would not be taking it to the public. If you know any lawyers, if you know any child protective workers, if you know any laws, if you are a great prayer warrior, honey, thank you for being here with me in spirit, in mind, and in heart. Just thank you. I'm not here to return the hurt. I'm not here to embarrass anybody, but I am here to expose the devil. Yeah. And if you are in bed with the devil, then we are pulling the sheets off of you. We are ripping that pillow from under your head. You will not be comfortable disrespecting, abusing a child. Oh no. Justice will be served for my son. His name is Makai. He is 10 years old. And when he was 8 years old, staying the summer with his father, he was molested by his stepmother. And I refuse to allow anyone to harm my child without them seeking justice here on earth. And of course, later, when they get to the gates of my mother and my Father God. Thank you for listening. This is part 1 of Justice for Makai.